Howdy, how are you all? Nice to see you, g'day. A few things to talk about this week. The first thing to talk about, which you'll notice up above my head, a nice bright little sign, sun. We couldn't draw the, we should probably put the wind in there a little bit as well. It would be fitting for that landscape at the present. But Super Saturday on the 28th, a week Saturday, we've got a lot of suppliers coming, doing tastings, in-store specials, promotions, that kind of thing. So it's a chance to meet and greet and taste and all that kind of stuff. Plus there'll be some really good deals, some really good specials. So well worth the trip, and of course we get to meet you if we haven't met you before, get to say g'day, we get to catch up, don't we, Sonia? It'd be nice to see you and Will again. Well, don't want to assume your presence, but we may see you. Of course we'll have some good music and lots of good food in at Cornerstone Cafe. Now, whilst I mentioned Cornerstone Cafe, on Friday night they had their latest dinner. Once a month or so they have a dinner, and spaces are limited to around about 40 people. It's a great opportunity to come and have an all-organic meal, which can be quite hard to find. They had these guys come along from Crinklewood Biodynamic Vineyard, a local wine. Julia managed to score herself a bottle. She's a pretty good sharer though, so hopefully I'll get to have a little taste. From all accounts, the wine was first class. We also had on that menu for you meat lovers, some of the Marion Plains organic lamb, the lamb shanks, and from all reports they were superb. You wouldn't believe it, Julia just snaffled the bottle and it was run back off the office. So I take back everything I just said. Lots to talk about. So there's a lot of local produce. Look, we've got beautiful Emperor mandarins. That's the last of the Emperors from Patterson, from John Priestley, third generation organic, though he is biodynamic. A local guru. Coming in towards the end of the week, we have some of his Ellendales, which, for my way of thinking, are the best mandarin. They're a little bit harder to peel, so probably less enticing for the kiddies. One or two more seeds, but in terms of flavour, the Ellendales are definitely the way to go. Aren't they, Anne? Yes. Yes. Something new. Fuji's, actually, before we get to the new. Fuji's from Forest Orchard. These will run out this week, and the traditional looking kind of Fuji we hope to have from another Tasmanian grower for you for next week. What we also have though this week, NASA certified again from Tassie, these are Fuji's. They're stripy Fuji's, and Louise and I have just had one. That was all that was left in mine. And what was the verdict, Louise? We think really they're really good. They're slightly less crunchy than the normal Fuji. They're not quite as sweet as the normal Fuji. The flavour is really beautiful. It's kind of, well, Louise described it as apple juice. I thought it almost had like a little bit of hint of spice. They're well worth a look. Stripy Fuji. I just wanted to say, Alyssa, you've been eating organically for quite some time. Would you like to share with the punters? Sorry, with our viewers,
valued customers.
With our valued customers, friends and family, your reasons as to why you, and the rest of the world,
how can I compete with that?
Why you choose to be organic?
I buy organic because I think it's really good for my family, for the earth. I think it's really good for the farmers. I think they get paid a good price for their hard work, having grown organic veggies myself. I think it's more than just coming in here and buying food though. I think it's a total social, wonderful networking class social experience. Tried to slip in here and buy a bottle of milk today and get on talking to everybody. Hi! All the people I didn't see in OrganicFeast today. Hello. Yeah, yes. No, it's a great place to buy.
Also local, we have a fresh arrival of kiwi fruit from Comboyne. Yes, towards the end of last week they were starting to soften a little bit. Apologies if you didn't get full use from them, but these are nice and firm. We also have a fresh load of avocados from Bellingen. Packham pears are coming a little further afield, but they are biodynamically grown. Also local this week, we have some beautiful button mushrooms from Tuckaflora on the coast, and these lovely Swiss browns. They look great, don't they? So, and also locally grown, beautiful little bunches of kale, bok choy and pak choy, and tatsoi.
And because they're all so lovely here.
Magnificent fresh mesclun as well from Michael Shenton on the coast. Now, this week's special, beautiful biodynamic cauliflowers from Mount Whitestone. There's no better grower. They are first class, and also on special from him, red cabbage. Now, red cabbage, as you probably know, it's in the top 5 fruit and veg in terms of nutritional value. It's got iron, calcium, potassium, high in vitamin C, B1, B2, B3. And the best way to get it, of course, is to eat it raw. Now, I like to leave you with a little bit of information when I can, not every week. It's just some of the benefits, of course, in organic food. And look, this came into our email box the other day, and basically summarising that current ag practices are destroying 3 kilos of fertile soil for every 1 kilo of food. Obviously, a net loss of 2 kilos, which is unsustainable. And worldwide, levels of soil and organic material in the soil declined from around about 5% to less than 1%. So basically we're not doing the right thing by the soils, and we're not doing the right thing by the future generations in terms of food security and guaranteeing that they'll have food to eat, healthy, nutritious food nonetheless. And of course, excuse me, and of course organic farming practices, when done well and done right, actually build soil and also encourage a lot of organic material in the soil. I'm over here in Cornerstone Cafe, and we have an initiative here of the Hunter Transition Towns Maitland branch. Now, Transition Towns, as it says here, is a worldwide initiative, and basically they're trying to redevelop community, a sense of community, community skills, life skills, all those sorts of things that we tend to have lost, and basically with a view to moving past oil dependency. So it's all about local issues. And what I've noticed in the last few days, I didn't realise this initiative had started, but they're actually knitting a big bedspread. I wondered why we had all these people in here over the last few days knitting, particularly at the end of winter. And now I know why. So they're basically making a nice big quilt. I think it's a lovely initiative. So there's another reason to come and visit. Pop up, all the needles are here, all the wool's here. You just, you know, you sit down in a nice little sunny spot here in the afternoon, have a nice organic coffee, nice gluten-free and organic cake or treat, and knit away. The quilt's going to be raffled off in November at a gala film night. And there'll also be an opportunity to find out a little bit more about transition towns and their projects. I think that's all I wanted to talk about, other than to reflect on Julie and Keith's issue. It seems they may be on an ancient site, similar or the equivalent to like the elephant graveyard. It's the only thing I can sort of surmise. They seem to have an issue with princesses coming to their place to pass and slowly decay. I welcome any suggestions and how Julie and Keith can deal with this issue. I think we have a picture of the princesses here, though the ones in Keith and Julie's yard don't resemble. See ya.